So I have a homemade solar divert system that takes power from the solar panels and diverts it to the immersion heater in the hot water cylinder, and therefore we get free hot water most of the time. But one of the issues with using the immersion heater at the top of the cylinder is that it stratifies, and you end up with the thermostat cutting out before the tank is full or fully hot. So destratification is the issue, and this is a destratification pump that's been installed for some years now, at least 5 if not 10. But anyway, it takes water from the, well, it's controlled by an Arduino for a start, so there's an Arduino controller which turns it on and off, but it draws water from the bottom of the tank, the cold side, and pumps it round and puts it back into the top. So once the tank stratifies, the Arduino detects it and starts the pump for a few minutes just to balance it out again, and does that during the day just to keep the tank filling up with hot water. So the issue is that this Chinese pump is a 90 watt pump. It was quite cheap, runs off the mains. I fitted a thermal fuse to mine in the mains feed so that if it does get too hot, if it runs continuously, for instance, for some reason, because something's failed, then it will cut out and just turn off permanently until I fix it. I've also got a solenoid valve here, which is just to stop the water from flowing backwards, which it could do potentially when the pump is off. Anyway, the point today is that this fitting here came with the pump, but turns out to be steel, and it's already corroding on mine. If you can see that, there's a blob of rust at the back, and it's definitely rusty here, and it looks as if it's about to fall apart basically, which would be a catastrophe potentially if it started leaking X gallons of hot water through the floor. So I'm going to replace it with a proper brass version. This is 3/4 inch BSP, and this flex is of course 1/2 inch BSP, so this should do the job. So we'll just whip that off and replace it. There's a stop valves on either side of the pump, so that should be fine. Fingers crossed. Well, that came off easy enough, which is good obviously, but the steel part, sure enough, has indeed just broken. So it was about to break anyway, so good job I got round to replacing it sooner rather than later. A mate of mine's got the same setup and the same pump, and he recently had the same issue and again managed to catch it in time fortunately, but yeah, it looks to be a weak point on these pumps, is this steel fitting. The trouble is, of course, it's broken off in this flex hose. As soon as I can get that stub out, I'll have to buy a new flex, and it's really as well to buy one anyway, and connect it back up to the stop valve over there. Anyway, yeah, stitch in time and all that. I think I've got away with it this time. To put this on anyway, and I'll sort out the flex in due course. Right, I've got a new flex, and it's so cheap it's not worth messing about really. It's got both the washers in, so that's good. Put a bit of lubrication on the threads. And whack this back on. So new brass fitting on, new flexi hose, stop valves are back open again, and I've obviously plugged the power back in, and as it happens the tank is hot at the top, not having been stratified for the last hour or two, so this will run now for a few minutes. I thought I could look at the display. You can see that, yes, yeah, so it's really hot. It should bring this down to 60, and then the pump will stop. So it's run for 3 minutes so far in this run. Yeah, temperature's creeping down. See, it's only 34 degrees at the bottom and 60 at the top, and that's the stratification. This colour scheme reflects the temperature of the different parts of the cylinder. This histogram is the temperature during the day, so that's 8 hours basically. So it's warmed up this morning and it's been above 80% all day. In fact, it's been up to over 100% most of the afternoon. Yeah, there we go, it's just turned off. It's down to 60 now. Anyway, all seems to be back to normal. So yeah, if you have one of these Chinese pumps for any reason, I'd be very wary. This one is a mini type pump, model WG90, 90 watts power consumption. But as supplied, it comes with a fitting like this, and this is the new one, and it's metal. Oh, sorry, it's steel. The nut is steel, and so is the little pipe. It looks like brass because it's flash plated with brass, but if you scratch it with a file, I don't know if you can see that, but you're just straight down to steel. It's quite handy because it gets you from 3/4 BSP down to 1/2 inch BSP, which is great, but they rust. I mean, this is the before and after, and that's before and that's after, and it's just completely rotted away. And the threaded end would have just snapped off as soon as I tried to undo it, and it would have snapped off by itself in a few weeks or maybe less. So yeah, watch out for that, and don't use these steel fittings. Swap it for a proper brass one. Okay, thanks for watching.